Why bed bug treatments do not work in apartment complexes? Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you all about it. Welcome back to the channel. Craig, howtopest.com. Today we are going to talk about why bed bug treatments in apartment complexes don't work or why they fail. Now I want to start with my number one reason that they don't work. The wrong chemical is being used. And in conjunction to that, number two, not only is the wrong chemical being used, but the job is not being performed accurately. And what I mean by that is it's not thoroughly being applied, the chemical of choice, which means you're not doing all the labor and the hard work that needs to be done to get the chemical to those areas where the bed bugs are hiding. But in apartment complexes, you're not treating the adjoining units. Guys, when we go out to complexes, we always treat the adjoining units. Now, do we hit those as heavy as the main unit that has the issue? No, but we get a chemical down in the adjoining units. Now, before I talk about chemicals, if you have a bad bed bug infestation, you can get rid of them with chemicals, and I'm going to tell you how to do that in this video. But my number two ways to get rid of bad infestations is heat remediation and tenting, like you do for termites, guys. Those are no-brainers, and they are a sure way of getting rid of the bed bugs. But let me touch on the heating. I have extensive knowledge in doing heat treatments for bed bugs, but even those, if they're not done right, it's a waste of money, and they are very costly. And what I mean is, when they do a heat treatment, your house is going to look like it got ransacked. Your apartment is going to look like it got ransacked.
Boy, this place is a mess.
Because they have to get all of those cold pockets exposed so that heat can penetrate those areas, and they have to let that heat get to 125, 130, and let it ride for a couple hours at that to make sure they're getting in all the nooks and crannies and into the walls. And that's why you pay a lot of money, because it is a lot of work. Now, I understand a lot of you out there don't want to pay that money, cannot afford to pay that money, so you're going to take this on the chemical treatment way, which can be done, and we can help you get rid of those bed bugs, but you have to be thorough. So let's go back to what I said. Guys, in the intro, I said the wrong chemical. What happens a lot of times is the wrong chemical is applied, either by you or by a professional, and maybe it's not even labeled for bed bugs. Maybe it is, but it's just not the best product to use for those bed bugs. A lot of products out there will say, it'll have a list of all the bugs that they take care of, and bed bugs will be on a lot of them, but it doesn't mean it's the best product, guys. So you have to choose the correct product for the bed bugs, and I'm going to tell you what that is in just a minute. The second thing is not doing a thorough treatment or even the inspection in general. And they just come out and they spray a perimeter around, or you spray a perimeter around, you hit a couple of the legs on the bed, and you think you're good to go. If you don't do it the way I'm going to explain to you in this video, then you better find a professional that will, because you're going to waste your money and be frustrated because you're not going to get rid of those bed bugs. Now, you want to talk a little bit about frustration? Went to a friend's house this weekend, and their daughters thought it would be fun to paint my beautiful nails. And they are beautiful. Do you see that? But I got gaps in them. They're jank in certain sections, guys. Now, I'm not a professional on having my nails done, but if I paid for this, I'd be upset because it wasn't done right. And you know who you are, Ani. You know who you are. Back to the bed bugs. Guys, my number one chemical for bed bugs is Crossfire. It is a no-brainer for me. Crossfire. Now, I back Crossfire up with one more chemical, because understand, liquids cannot be sprayed everywhere. So what's my backup for those areas where I cannot spray the Crossfire? Cymexa. Cymexa dust. And where are you going to put that? You're going to put that in outlets, sensitive areas. If you have paintings on the wall that you need to turn them around, you need to put a little bit of dust back there because it won't affect the painting, but a liquid chemical will wreck the painting. This is where your Cymexa dust is going to come into play. Now, let's go back to the beginning, and I'm going to walk you through it as fast as I can without making this too lengthy of a video. But let's say you have the apartment. Understand that your apartment manager, your property manager, they are usually the ones that are going to take care of bringing in the professional to do the bed bug treatment. But we hear this all the time. They've had a professional come in and I still have bed bugs and it's still an issue. Well, the issue is one or two things. They did not do one or two things. They did not do a thorough inspection, and then they did not do a thorough treatment. And what that is basically taking that room apart and treating every nook and cranny where these bed bugs can hide. The other thing is they didn't treat the adjoining units. Now, the property manager has access to allow them to the other units. They just have to notify the tenants. Now, that tenant may say they don't have a problem. That tenant may be the problem, and that's why you have the bed bugs. So treating the adjoining units, man, it's the best way to do that. But I'm going to assume they've had a professional come out and you're trying to take this on yourself now, and you can't get to the adjoining units. So let's give you the best way of giving yourself the best protection that you possibly can. Guys, I want you to jump over to howtopest.com and I want you to get yourself a bed bug pack. Now, these bed bug packs are going to be in a 1K, a 2K, and a 3K. And all that does is stand for 1,000 feet, 2,000 square feet, and 3,000 square feet. So just know the approximate size of your apartment, your condominium, townhouse, whatever it may be. Anything that has adjoining walls is what we're trying to address in this video, and grab the size of bed bug pack you need. Now, in this bed bug pack, it's going to have specifically what I'm talking about right now. It's going to have a Crossfire concentrate, which is going to be the concentrate you're going to mix in to a sprayer, your sprayer of choice. If you do not have a sprayer, we have them all over at howtopest.com. Get yourself everything, anything from a Chapin little 1 gallon handheld all the way up to 4 gallon backpacks, whatever you need. I'm going to guess a little Chapin 1 gallon will do the job, or you can go to your local hardware store and pick yourself up one. Make sure that sprayer does not have any other pesticides in it. You're starting fresh. And if you've had pesticides in that prior to doing this bed bug treatment, you need to thoroughly rinse it. I'm talking triple rinse, and I would probably do one more on top of that to make sure there is no residual from anything else you may have had in there. It's probably best just to get a brand new sprayer. They're cheap enough. Just do that. Okay, so your concentrate is going to be for the sprayer. Now, it's going to come with an aerosol Crossfire. This is going to be to get to those areas that you need to treat, like around the mattress, where you don't want to hit it with the actual pump sprayer, which you can, but the aerosol just makes it a little nicer to do. So you're going to put that around the tufts of the mattress, around the box spring, and get inside there. Now, the last thing it's going to come with is a Cymexa dust, and it's going to come with a little bulb duster. Now, the Cymexa dust, if you decide to buy it on its own, you can shake it up. Here's a pro tip. Put a penny inside it, unscrew the lid, drop a penny in there, and that's because that's the cheapest form of currency that you can get away with wasting. And they're getting rid of pennies, so it's not going to matter. Put a penny in there. It helps agitate the dust. Shake it up really well. Now, if you get the bulb duster in the kit, it's going to have a little steel ball in there, and that's doing the same thing, agitating the dust to make it float when you put it out. Now, before I get into too much on how to do the dust, how to do the spray, all that, let's start in the beginning. Guys, when you do a bed bug spray, a bed bug treatment, you have to be really careful with what you take out of that infested area. So let's start with the clothes. Let's start with the sheets on the bed. They can't be treated. So you need to take those off, and you need to double bag them, tie that bag tight, and take it straight to be laundered. And it needs to be laundered twice, in my opinion, on the hottest cycles, and then dried on the hottest cycle, just to CYA. Because if you don't, you take a chance that maybe it wasn't hot enough. Maybe you didn't kill all the bed bugs. Just do it twice. Hottest wash cycle, hottest dry cycle if possible, and leave those out of the room until you're done. Now, another pro tip is take that aerosol can and treat that bag before you put the clothes in it. Just a little light spray of the Crossfire inside the trash bag, put them in, tie it up, and do what we just talked about. Now, let's get back to the mattress. That is where the bed bugs are going to start in most cases. Guys, bed bugs need a blood meal. You are that blood meal. Bed bugs suck your blood, and that's what helps the female reproduce. So when the new ones are born, they seek out a blood meal, and you see the cycle just goes and goes and goes. Okay, so now you've taken the clothes out of the room. What do you do next? Guys, next you're going to have to flip that mattress up. You need to get it exposed. You need to flip it up. And if you have a box spring, you need to do the same thing. You need to get it off the frame. If you have a frame that's holding that, metal frame, wood frame, it doesn't matter. These bed bugs are hiding in the nooks and crannies, even where they screw the things together, like the bed frame itself. Now, after that, you're going to want to take that bed frame apart. If you can't thoroughly treat that bed frame, you need to get it apart. You're starting to see why there's a lot of work involved. This is why professionals that do it right, they charge a lot of money, because they don't just do this once. They leave this apart, they have to come back and treat this twice. Any chemical treatment, in my opinion, has to be done at least 2 times. So it just repeats that same process 7 days later. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to treat this, say, on a Monday. You're going to treat it again the following Monday. And then if everything seems to be fine, you're going to be bed bug free. But if not, you may need one more treatment. So if you have a really bad infestation, maybe you pick up a bigger pack over at howtopest.com just so you have that extra chemical. Now, once you've torn that apart, you're going to have to go through, and this is where the aerosol is going to come into play. You're going to shake up that Crossfire aerosol can, and you're going to treat all those areas, all those screw holes, all the tufts of the mattress, all the areas of the box spring. And if you have a box spring that's been ripped from being moved from place to place, it happens, you need to get up in there. Now, another option is you can allow the dust to be squirted in there, and either that or you're going to have to rip that protective coating off, which you'll just take a razor blade, cut it off, and now you can treat in there with the chemical, with the Crossfire, and then just staple it back on when you're done. It's not that big of a deal. But guys, you have to thoroughly treat. Now, when I say treat that, do you treat that until it's dripping? No, but until wet. It needs to be a nice wet layer of that Crossfire put on that mattress, that box spring, that frame, that headboard, that footboard. Now, the other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to unscrew the outlets that are down along the baseboard of the room or rooms that you're treating. And the reason you're doing that is this is where your Cymexa dust is going to come into play. Now, when you put a dust in, you want dust to float. It's going to be so light that you're going to think in your head, hey, did I put enough? You put enough. A couple light puffs of dust in there is going to be enough to coat that area and float into where the bed bugs may be hiding. Now, your baseboards, if you have any gaps, or maybe you don't have baseboards, but I'm going to assume you do. If you have baseboards and gaps, that's another great place for dust. If not, this is where your pump sprayer is going to come into play. Your pump sprayer is going to treat any carpeted areas that you need to treat and any flooring that you need to treat, like a baseboard area or anything else that I'm not thinking of where you can put a liquid like a Crossfire. Now, understand, Crossfire is great because it is going to take care of those pyrethroid resistant bed bugs. And all that does, it means that a lot of the chemicals out there are pyrethroids, and if they're used over and over and over again, and it doesn't kill that whole population off, they build up a resistance to it. Now, that's what's so fantastic about Crossfire. They don't do that. So everything you need is going to be in this kit, but how thoroughly you do the job is going to determine if you get rid of those bed bugs or not. And if you're not willing to do all this work that I'm talking about, then you're better off just bringing in, like I said, a professional, but make sure they do it the right way. And that may be the reason that you are still having bed bugs in your apartment, because you're getting a spray jockey that just comes in, hits it with a spray and tells you have a nice day. Well, you still got bed bugs, so nobody's having a nice day or night. So you may have to take matters into your own hands. But if you use these professional grade tried and true products, Crossfire, Cymexa, and you do the job right, you will be bed bug free. Now, I want to reiterate, you have to do this 7 to 10 days later. And if you're even worried about it, do it another 7 to 10 days later. So now you're on 3 treatments. So just like I said before, make sure you have enough of the chemical to use. Now, if your problem is coming from the neighbors and you're just getting the occasional bed bug and you know it's not you, you've done a thorough inspection, what eventually is going to become you, because they are sitting up shop in your closet now on your mattress because you're a blood meal, just like the neighbor that may have given you the problem in the beginning. But when you give yourself that barrier around the baseboard and the walls, it's going to be like a force field to protect yourself from them coming from the adjoining units. Same thing with the outlets. That's a big conduit for these bugs, any kind of bug, to get from one unit to the next. So to be done right, guys, I'm going to go back to what I said. All units should be treated. And the second thing is, it's got to be done thoroughly with the right equipment and the right pesticide. And those pesticides are the ones I gave you. Go over to howtopest.com if you need them. Grab what you need. If you have any questions, guys, if I haven't answered anything, I kind of rushed through on how to do it, but that's the gist of it. It's thorough. It's every nook and cranny. Just think in your head, every nook and cranny needs to get some form of treatment, whether it's dust or it's the chemical crossfire. And that chemical crossfire will hold up for 30 days, possibly even longer indoors because nothing is beating on it, sun, rain, things like that. The only thing that's really going to take it away is you washing or scrubbing it away. Now on the mattress, it is perfectly safe. And you cannot be back on the mattress till it's dry. Make sure you keep everybody out of the room when you do a treatment until dry. Shut the door, keep the pets out. Let's touch real quick on the fish tanks. If you have them, you need to get them out of the room if possible. If they cannot get out of the room, you need to unplug the pump. You need to cover the fish tank up. But anything else you can move out of the room, get it out of the room. And you know me, I always talk about PPE. You know me, PPE. What is PPE Crossfire, guys? It is long sleeves, long pants. It's going to be chemical resistant gloves, shoes, and I would put on a respirator. You're in a confined spot where you're trying to treat that room. Why not protect yourself? Remember, anytime you go overhead, let's say you need to get up high, have a hat on also, guys, and goggles, glasses, something to protect those eyes. That is it, guys. That's the way to do bed bug treatments right, to make it possible to get rid of bed bugs in apartment complexes or anything that has an adjoining wall. Guys, we appreciate all the thumbs up. Thanks for that, guys. You keep our channel going. All the comments, they're awesome. I know you bag on me sometimes. I'm good. I'm game. Guys, if you have any comments, comment section down below. Anything I didn't answer, comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Go down there, hit that subscribe button, and you will get my pretty face and nails multiple times a week. Greg, howtopest.com.